All right, I decided to make two separate videos. This one here is just going to show you the progress of my banya. It's somewhat progress. So I will show you, and you get a little bit of a tour of my mess of a property. So here's that material, just brick for the driveway eventually. That one fell over. Just pallets and pallets of it. Just simple paver stones. And that is how most people do, even in the city, that's how they do most of the sidewalks and stuff. In Moscow as well. There was a rumor that the mayor's friend or something had a paving company because the whole city's like in pavers. But apparently it's the easiest thing to fix because if there's something wrong, you can actually take them up and reuse them, or you can fix a small area without repaving the whole thing. But that's what they tell us anyways. So here's my property. It's very long, narrow but long, and it's about 2 acres, American style, or 1 hectare, a little less than a hectare here. Very nice. So I'll turn around. And so we have the decking there. We have the wood, or we didn't do wood. We did that. I forget what it's called, but we did that material that doesn't rot. We have that in the garage ready to go. But we just cut the steps off. When I say we, by the way, I mean workers. Wow, he made progress. I heard him cutting out here. So we did have the stairs coming this way. You can see them down there. Stairs were coming this way. And I was okay with it. Natasha didn't like it. You can see they're digging for the post hole. So he's changing it. Welded this up, and he's going to put the rafters here. And then we're going to change it and have, and not this whole width, just this area here, have stairs coming down here. And my original idea was this would be like a little walkway, and it would come up to the door of the banya. But now I have been informed that those are not doors. Those have been pre-built to be windows, which I got in a little bit of an argument with everybody about it yesterday because I thought the idea was to have the flow from the stairs come around and have a nice little area before you go in. So now it's not. It's like the opposite. I would have left the stairs like that if I knew we were going to come down the stairs here. Which, by the way, does make the terrace bigger, because when the stairs were there, it took out a big part of the area we couldn't use. So now the door is going to be here. And this area here is big enough. We could do a sliding door there, but my problem with that is I'm not very happy. We made this area a little too small. The barbecue, that whole wall is going to be a brick barbecue from bottom to top. And we have it to where we're going to do a sink there. I'm going to put a refrigerator in here, and we're probably going to do a little stove. Just haven't decided if we're going to do the stove from wood stove, or we're actually going to, we have gas coming to this building. So we most likely will do gas. We just haven't figured that out yet. I don't know. That's yet to come. So we'll put a subfloor in here, and in there, that is to the banya. It might be locked, so I might only be able to show you. Windows. Let's see if I can get in. Yeah, I think it's locked, which is fine. We'll just use the windows. So here, of course, when you walk in, you can see the opening. So on the other side of this wall is the actual banya itself. So there's the banya, and it's not crazy big at all. It's gonna have an L in there, or as they say in Russian, a G. So we'll have an L. So we'll have 2 benches at 2 different levels, and then it's a 1 level, and then we have the burner there, or the stove there. And then here we're gonna have a bucket in the corner, and then a regular shower, and then a small wall, and then we're gonna have a small bathroom. And then here, you can see the doors kind of nice. Here we'll have a table, and this is where we'll eat in the dead winter. Go to the banya, do our thing, and then sit here and eat and everything. And we can come outside if it's not crazy cold. We should be able to cook shashlik, come in here and eat it. And the idea was to do that, to be able to cook here, take the food in, and this is going to have windows. It'll be what we call in the U.S. a 3-season porch. So it's going to have windows, and they're not going to be the typical European triple pane or double pane windows. They're just going to be single pane windows that slide, and try it so that way in the summer they can open as much as possible, and we can let a breeze in. That's our idea. We just have to figure out if we're going to frame some or just do windows top to bottom. We might do windows top to bottom and just have so we can open up like 50% of it will be open. And then in the dead winter, we can close them. And yes, we're not going to hang out in here, but it might be warm enough to cook. And that's our idea. So that's our banya. And being out here, beyond those tree line, a little down in the valley, is the Voronezh River. And we're not at a point where the Voronezh River is very deep. And it's kind of like a marshy area. So when you talk about mosquitoes, this place has got some serious mosquitoes. So I said, as much as I wanted a veranda here, trying to screen in this one, no one was on my team. When I say no one was on my team, I mean my wife didn't want it. She did not want to screen this in. So I said, well, I need some kind of place to go like I do in America, which also doesn't have a screen, and I complain. So I want some place with a screen that I could sit, my laptop, and hang out. And so that's what this place is going to be. I hate my refrigerator in my house, so I'm going to bring it out here. It's loud. It's white inside. I want it black. So I said, it'll be perfect. I'll bring it here, so I'll have that. And this will just be my hangout. I mean, it's big enough we'll have a table big enough maybe for 8 maximum. Since the door's here, it kind of ruins it. I don't have one solid wall to use. So we'll see what it looks like, but that's my banya. And then I think we're going to do the fence out front, like with this brick. And that's it. We'll see how it turns out.